All right, guys, we're out at Thunderhill East today with the M3CS and the GT4RS. These cars are not competing. They will never compete. But we wanted to give you guys some feedback on the M3CS and what it's like at the track. We want to find out for ourselves and ultimately compete with each other because that's what we do. I don't really want to know what happens when Chase finds out that I'm actually a better driver than him. It's going to be kind of hard to deal with for both of us. You need me for this? No, we're good.
Here's how this is going to go down. Rather than just drive the M3 and review it for you guys, we wanted to have some fun ourselves and race each other. So we have 5 sessions for the day. The first session was just a warm-up. The next 2 sessions, I will be in the M3 and Chase will be in the GT4RS setting lap times. Then for the afternoon sessions, we're going to switch cars. I will be in the GT4RS for 2 sessions and Chase will be in the M3 to see if we can beat each other's lap times and review the M3. Coming out of the GT4RS for my warm-up and then into the M3, what I expected was a couple steps behind and a lot of discomfort. And I was pleasantly surprised by not having to rework my brain entirely. The biggest difference was the steering. It was a lot lighter, but the car was surprisingly balanced and not nearly as tail-happy as we thought it would be. The traction control almost never felt like it was cutting in, but you never had to worry about the car stepping out. And for it being all-wheel drive, you really didn't struggle with turn-in or understeer as much as you thought you would, except for at higher speeds because it is heavy. And then on the second session, I forgot to turn on my lap timer. So here's me realizing that.
It was a good day when you beat your buddy. Now I just gotta beat him in the M3 too. 202, baby!
Wait, what? 202?
202! Griffin forgot to turn his timer on, so he's definitely gonna lose. I just gotta beat 206.
All right, here's where things stand. I'm in the lead. Well, I guess we're tied. We have no real stance yet because we've been.
No, I'm gonna win.
He's got 202. I've got 206. Although I forgot to turn the lap timer on for the most of the second session, but it didn't feel like I was going faster. Like I felt like the tires were struggling. They're really overinflated.
So we're gonna swap now. I'm gonna get 2 more sessions in the M3. Griffin's gonna get 2 more on the GT4RS, and that's it.
Now, for those of you who've never been to a racetrack, or those of you who've never been to Thunderhill, this course is actually 2 tracks, but we are on the east side that is roughly 3 miles long. It's a technical course with plenty of elevation changes, off-camber turns, and high-speed sections that make for a really good time. But a good lap time on this course is about 2 minutes. If you can get to 2 minutes or beat 2 minutes, well then, sir, you are fast. So for the record, we are not pro drivers, but we're not doing so bad either.
Woo! Take a drift around corner. So balanced. So much better than I thought it would be.
Losing the back end on every turn. No way that's fast.
Trying to catch Griffin right now. I think his tires are shot, but so are mine. It's actually really forgiving in a way that is reminiscent of the Cayman. MDM mode, I think, is the sweet spot on the track. Oh, that's so fun. Really impressive.
Like, that was an absolute fucking death trap. Holy fuck. No grip in the rears. They're done.
Everything is hot, and I only got another half session in the GT4RS because the thing was going sideways around every turn. The tires are greased. Driver error. He's still behind me by half a second in the M3, so if he beats me in the M3, I'm gonna be pissed.
Less than
the GT4RS is done. He got 2 whole good sessions with good tires. I wanted to come on here to complain so that if I lose, I do it sorely and violently.
Okay, so the last session of the day was just chasing me in the GT4RS, which easily stays ahead even with slippery tires, but this is really about him, seeing if he could beat my time in the M3CS.
Oh, come on! Tires are gone. Come on, please beat Griffin. What's my time? History. Oh, baby! We did it! What does that say? 205.89! We did it! Oh, Griffin's gonna be so pissed. Alright, this is after 5 sessions. We have completely shredded the courses. One track day.
One track day.
I mean, I did beat our lap record in them, and I beat Griffin, but that was the cost.
What was it? It was less than a second? It was less than a second.
It was
Less than a second.
less than a second, but it was a big second.
For the record, I feel a lot more confident.
All right, see you next time.
I was about to compliment you.
Sweet victory. Man, what a car. These Pirellis suck, but for like one track day, they're okay. And this car is so balanced, it's crazy. I didn't think it would be that forgiving on track. I've got an MDM 4-wheel drive sport mode. I really like that mode. Traction control off is like ridiculous. I don't see why that's necessary. But in this mode, it's so balanced. When you have grip, the turn-in is precise. The steering's really light but sharp. It's got so much go too. I mean, just pulling away from GT4s and keeping up with or pulling away from GT3s even if I get them on the corner. So it's an absolute, God, it's such a good all-around machine. Man, for the money, definitely a better all-rounder than the GT4RS for the money. Not as good on the track, obviously. Way better on the street though. And just super fun on the track. If you're not worried about times, I mean, we're gonna end up being like 4 seconds off what the GT4RS can do. And that's gonna cost double what this is. So, I don't know. If you can get an M3CS, get one.
The M3CS is fast on the track, and not just for a 3,900 pound car. It doesn't need an asterisk because it feels light, it is nimble, and the times don't lie. Part of it's due to BMW's MDM magic that allows you to push the car as hard as you want with a lot of forgiveness. Part of it has to do with how balanced and stable it is, even for its front bias weight distribution. This thing is forgiving, and it's a lot of fun. The only complaint we might have is that it's not loud enough, which we're going to fix, and its steering is a little bit lighter than we would want as far as feedback goes, but it's also a big car. And as for our little competition, okay Chase, you win, you're a better driver than me, at this track, on this day, whatever. But it's not for the reason that you guys think at home. I never really got a real session in the GT4RS, and I think I could have done much better than I did with those times. And as far as the M3CS goes, I think they're close enough that I probably could have bested him if I had my lap timer on and in the right conditions. But it's for this reason right here. This lap, where he got a 202, he actually had to slow down for traffic, and if he didn't have to pass this Cayman right here, I think he would have even done better than what he already did, and there was no way I was gonna best that. So hats off to you, Chase. You're better in the Cayman for sure, and at this track for sure for now. And I'm never gonna stop competing with you, and now I just have to go do better.